Slowly. Wai Shen stayed with her parents, surrounded by comfort, but inside she felt hollow. Her baby bump was now more visible, and her mother made sure she rested and ate, but it didn't take the ache away. Not when the man who was supposed to love her had broken her trust. Still, Sung never gave up. Every evening, he came. Sometimes he stood by the gate. Other times, he sat on the curb outside their house for hours, just to catch a glimpse of her through the window. He never dared to ring the doorbell anymore, not after the first time. It had been 3 weeks since she left. One afternoon, her mother opened the door, expecting a package, only to see Sung standing there again. Hair messy, dark circles under his eyes, a bouquet of baby's breath in his hand. "Please," he whispered. "I won't even ask to talk to her. I just want to know if she's okay." Slap! The sound echoed across the porch. YN's mother had slapped him hard, years of raised disappointment crashing down all at once. "You betrayed my daughter when she needed you the most," she hissed. "You don't deserve even her shadow." The door slammed shut. What no one noticed was the figure standing by the upstairs window. YN saw everything. Her hand instinctively pressed over her belly as her chest tightened. She didn't cry. Not yet. But that night, sleep didn't come. That night, rain fell hard outside. The house was silent, her parents asleep, and the whole world seemed hushed except for the thunder and downpour. YN sat near her bedroom window, curled up in a chair, staring into the rain-soaked garden. That's when she saw him, Haesung, standing under the old tree by the gate, soaked to the bone, still looking up at her window. He didn't move. He didn't yell. He just stood there. YN stared at him, heart pounding. Then slowly, she got up and walked to the curtains and closed them. But she didn't go back to bed. Instead, she tiptoed out of her room, careful not to wake her parents, her heart thumping against her ribs. She pulled on a hoodie, grabbed an umbrella from the stand, and stepped out into the storm. Outside, Haesung didn't even notice her at first, until he heard her footsteps on the wet grass. He turned around, and the moment he saw her, he dropped the umbrella and even ring. "Yen." She stood under her umbrella, hair damp from the rain, her lips parted in disbelief. Before she could say anything, Haesung rushed forward and pulled her into a tight hug, burying his face in her shoulder, arms shaking. "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." He kept repeating, voice cracking, his tears mixing with the rain. YN didn't move at first. Her heart was frozen, her body stiff. But then, her breath hitched, her fingers gripped the back of his shirt, and she broke down too. She sobbed quietly into his chest, the pain she had held back for weeks finally pouring out. Haesung held her like she was the last thing on earth. After what felt like forever, she whispered brokenly, "Why did you cheat on me?" He didn't let go of her. His voice was low, trembling. "I was weak. It wasn't love. It was lust and my own selfishness. You were always so calm, so patient, and I was too stupid to see what I had. I was distant, and I tried to escape instead of turning to you." His forehead leaned against hers. "I regretted it the moment I saw your face that day. I regretted it every second after that." YN said nothing, but her silence wasn't rejection. She looked around to make sure no one saw, then grabbed his wrist. "Come," she whispered, "before my parents see you." Haesung followed her quietly as she led him around the side of the house, into the back door, and up the stairs. She paused at every creaking floorboard. Her parents' room was nearby. They had to be silent. Finally, they slipped into her bedroom, shutting the door gently behind them. Haesung looked around. It was almost untouched. Same books, same curtains. But the air felt different. She turned to him and saw his shirt clinging to his skin, hair dripping. She sighed and opened a drawer. "I still have some of your clothes last time you visited, months ago." She handed him a soft shirt and sweatpants. Without speaking, she turned away to give him privacy. He changed quickly and stood awkwardly in the corner, looking at her swollen belly as she sat down at the edge of the bed. Her belly was so much more visible now. She was glowing and exhausted at once. After a moment of silence, she said quietly, "Just for tonight, then go home in the morning." His eyes softened with guilt and gratitude. He nodded. YN got under her blanket. "The couch," she mumbled. Haesung nodded again, grabbed a pillow and blanket from her closet, and lay down on the couch across the room. Neither of them said anything else. But just before she drifted off, she heard him whisper, "Thank you." And for the first night in weeks, she fell asleep to the sound of his breathing. Still unsure, still heartbroken, but no longer alone. To be continued.